You guys have been following me on Instagram. I do a lot of before and afters. I showcase some of those videos that you guys indulge in where I put in every single veneer in the mouth and you see the transformation happen right before your eyes. So today I wanted to share the behind the scenes stories. Let's get started. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, I'm gonna put the link in the bio. Follow me on Instagram so you can see what I'm talking about. We're gonna go to the last post that I did, which is this before and after. Let's get into the behind the story about how we got from point A, which is the before, to point B, which is the superstar smile. Every single smile makeover is so complex and nothing is as easy as what it seems like. I hope you guys have watched my previous videos on YouTube that kind of gets into the complexity of how we get into fixing a smile makeover. My guy here came in, he has something called a very deep bite. This is when the bottom teeth are touching his gums. His bottom teeth are touching the top of his gums. If you see my teeth, my bottom teeth touch my top teeth. That's the first complex part about his smile. He has a very gummy smile. His bite is completely off. The color of his teeth is something that is stained yellow, darkened, and he has this big gap called diastema between his front two teeth. When we look into a smile makeover, it's not just how do we fix that one thing which might be the gap. It's how do we create a smile that's gonna last for many, many years. So the first thing that we did to correct his deep bite is we put him in adult braces, what I call the Ferrari of braces, which is something that we do here in our office. From here, we started to raise the bite. So what we did was we widened his smile. Second thing, he had a very gummy smile. Our in-house periodontist, Dr. Jeffrey, performed an unbelievable procedure called a gum lift crown lengthening, which raises the gums to show more teeth. Now it comes in my hands where I start to cover, restore the look of his teeth. So what we did was we performed a cosmetic procedure called porcelain veneers. And the last picture that you see, the after, is the final result. All those things coming together and this gentleman feeling himself and getting the results that are way past his expectations. Next video, the gentleman had a really stubborn white stain that didn't resolve itself over the time. His side teeth, the laterals were very small. He had a little bit of a space between his front two teeth and the color was completely off. In this case in particular, I was able to get away with just doing 4 porcelain veneers to complete his full smile. That's why I said, just because you think you need a full mouth of veneers, it doesn't mean you need that. Next, this gentleman. The confidence in this gentleman, let me tell you, he was confident, but there's levels to confidence. My guy is on a different planet at this point. This gentleman was born with missing laterals, which are not the front two teeth, but the side teeth. For those that don't have any missing teeth in the front, you might not understand the magnitude of what it is to have a missing tooth dead center of your face. You know, growing up with missing teeth, it says a lot about how a person develops. So this gentleman has done a lot of research. His dream was to have a complete full smile. And we kind of weighed our options, right? When people have missing teeth, we could either go with something called implants, conventional bridge, where you have to shave the teeth into little stubs and place porcelain bridges. And a third option, which is something that I started doing and it has been super successful, is a veneer bridge. So basically, instead of shaving the teeth on the sides completely, we connect the empty space with 2 veneers and it's a bridge. So that's what we did for this gentleman. We did 2 separate porcelain veneer bridges. Those results speak for themselves. No one could tell that he has anything missing. His smile looks complete, it flows perfectly, and we didn't have to go through surgery to achieve those results. And the coolest part is a lot of my patients, you know, they follow me, I follow them back, and I get to see them after they get the smile makeovers done. So it's one thing to get, you know, for them to look in the mirror, start crying, and their energy changes, but to see them in their day-to-day, while they're on vacations, while they're living their best life, and seeing how much it changes their attitude, it's incredible. This gentleman is living his best life, and that's what I wish upon every single one of my patients, because at the end of the day, we do this to make that type of a difference. This young lady is getting porcelain veneers over her natural teeth. She didn't like how worn down her teeth were. She didn't like how thin they were, and she didn't like the color, but she was a perfect candidate for conservative porcelain veneers. And in this video, you see me placing a beautiful shell of porcelain over her natural teeth, and as I'm placing it, you see the smile coming to life. You see her smile being whiter, broader, fuller, more volume. This young lady, she's a teacher. She's always had small teeth, very gummy smile. This is a very complex smile makeover, which involved myself and also our in-house periodontist, Dr. Jeff. First off, we designed the smile. So when we design the smile, we know exactly how much gum we have to remove, because it's not like an arbitrary length. You just start removing as much gum as possible. Everything is very strategic. So when we design a smile, especially for someone with such a gummy smile, we know exactly to the millimeter, to the 0.001 millimeter, how much to raise the gums. This way, our end result will be in line with our design. We have to design the smile first. We can't just do something. After her gums healed from that surgery, she came back and off the bat, she goes, everyone thinks my smile is gorgeous. Everyone loves my smile. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
We weren't done at that point. She still had a little space between her teeth. Her teeth were very thin and yellow. So what we did was we performed a procedure called porcelain veneers to brighten her smile, to give her a much more youthful smile, sexier smile, huge makeover. You guys can see the difference between the before and after. And let me tell you something, we live for these moments. This young lady, being a mom, when a woman gives birth, the child takes a lot out of her. And even during the pregnancy, there's a lot of acid reflux, which erodes your enamel, destroys your enamel. Being a mom had a lot of damage from the previous pregnancies. You can see that the yellow showing through, which is the underlining layer of enamel. That means the enamel has been already worn down. There's the chips in her teeth, and it makes her look older. It makes her teeth more sensitive because the enamel is eroded. So what her husband did for her as a gift was to rebuild her smile that she lost due to those pregnancies. We gave her very thin aesthetic porcelain veneers to cover those damages that were done. So when she looks in the mirror, she's not reminded of the damage that was done during pregnancy, but rather the blessings of her experience with pregnancy. That's why we do what we do, to make a change in your life. If you guys enjoy me going over some of these posts that I posted on my Instagram feed, comment below. I would love to know if you want to see me do this more often. By me going back and going over these makeovers, it actually reminds me of how special each and every single one of them are. There's not one makeover that I love more than the other. Like the ones that I'm doing today is the ones that I enjoy and I put all my effort. Every single makeover that we do, you take a piece of me away. And I love that. In the meantime, I love you guys. Dr. Daniel out.